Hello and welcome to Dexplorion. Here I make and help you learn design illustrations in Photoshop, show how to use various tools and discuss the tips and tricks which will help you to be a better graphic designer. This is a series which is completely dedicated to background removal. We will be dealing with a new image every time and try to achieve the results with the simplest and fastest way. So without any further ado, let's get started with our today's image. Let's start by opening our Photoshop. Many times I will be making the video faster just to save time. If you get confused, please feel free to pause or slow down the video. And let's just bring our image. Here we have our image. To start working with it, just make sure the image is unlocked. If it is locked like this one, you can just click it and it will get unlocked. Now to start with, what we'll do is, or what I prefer to do is allow Photoshop to do its work, which is the Photoshop's or Adobe's own artificial intelligence, which is called Adobe Sensei, and after that we can take up from there. It saves a lot of time. So let's just select any of our selection tool. I will be selecting the quick selection tool. When you see, when you select the quick selection tool, there are two more options at the top which is open, that is select subject and select and mask. So at first we will click on select subject and let Adobe Sensei decide the subject. Many times it does a very good job, but there will be some discrepancies which we can definitely fix ourselves. Like if you can see here, there are some areas which it has missed out. So what we can do is, since it has been selected and our icon is like that, you can just increase the icon size by pressing the second bracket keys, or either you can go over here and play with the slider to increase the size of your icon. So now, since it is, if you can see, it is plus sign, so what we will do is it will add up to the selection. So let's just reduce it a little bit more and click on it. It has added. Now it has been selected like that. You can go on and look for yourself which are the parts it has missed, and you can go on adding those parts. If you have accidentally selected little bit more, like what I have done is here intentionally, you just press the alt key in your keyboard. If you are using PC, then it will be option, then you can see the cursor has turned into minus, then you paint over it and you can see it will be removed from the selection like that. Here some discrepancy is there, we have to add up the selection. This is added much more. Okay, now what we'll do is we will click on this icon, which is the layer mask, and the mask will be applied on this. Now you can do one thing, you just open the properties. If you don't find this one, you go to Windows, then here you will find the properties. Just check it like this. Here you will find a density slider. You can, keeping your mask selected, you can just slide it down. You will see the background will be visible, and now also you can see whether you have missed some of the areas behind the mask. If you have done so, then select the brush tool, adjust the brush size, make sure the opacity is 100%, flow is 100%, and smoothing is 100%. You can select either of the brush. We have the general brushes, soft round brush and hard round brush. For selection purpose or background removal purpose, most of the time I prefer hard round brush. You can go with soft round brush also. What happens with soft round brush is the edge is, I'll just show you what it does. Like for example, if we have to just remove or hide this part behind the mask with the soft round brush, what will happen is, you can see there is some, what you say, blurred or not blurred, the edges are a little softer. Let's just undo it by pressing Command J or Control J. But if I select this hard round brush, now if we do, you see it's hard. There is a clean cut like a knife. It's totally depend on personal preferences. You can go with either of these two. And sometimes also it depends on the image we are working with. Okay. Here, if we want something to add up in our mask, then what we'll do is select the background color to white. White will reveal. For changing this color, you can either press this one, or for keyboard shortcut you press X, like that. Then paint. And if you see, it is showing up. Adjust the brush size for the edges and just do the opposite for hiding behind the mask. That is, press X to bring the foreground color black. Now if you paint, you will see that it is been hiding behind the mask. You keep on repeating this process. I think it is done. When you are satisfied, just bring back the slider to 100%. Now the mask is ready. Okay, another thing you can do to cross check whether everything is fine, you can just add a solid adjustment layer below the subject layer. And depending on the image color, you just give it a contrast color so that it is visible. Like I will be giving here black. Yeah, right now you can see it will be clearly visible whether extras here. You can see it has been added. What we have to do is select the mask, then brush is already selected, black as the foreground. We have to just hide this part, so black will be there, like that. You can go on refining the mask as much as you can. I will suggest give this step a little more time, because the more accurate the mask, the better the results in your subsequent steps what you are gonna do with this mask layer. Here, if you see the mask, there are some red lines at the border of our mask. These are called fringes. If you are to remove these fringes, you can do this. You just hold the command and click on the mask. It will make the selection. Then go to select and come down to modify. Within modify, contract. Here, contract it by 2 pixel, 3 pixel, whatever is the requirement. I will go with 2 pixels. What it will do is contract the whole selection by 2 pixels. It will go inside. Now what we will do is press Command Shift and I to inverse the selection, so that when we'll use the brush, it will just remove the outside of the selection. Now go on and paint on the edges of the selection. Now our masking is complete, and then the background is completely removed. Now let's go and rename the layer as subject, and now let's save this by exporting. You can export as PNG, it will maintain the transparency, and you can place it in any of your background. Give it a name, I will keep the same. With this, our first project of the series is complete. If you want to know what I have done with this image, then stay tuned for the next video coming Sunday, in which we will be turning this image into a poster. I have other videos of creating poster illustrations in the Create It Yourself series. You can find the link of the same in the description. If my videos are of any help to you, then please like and share and subscribe to the channel. I will see you in the next video. Till then, take care and keep creating. Bye.